What's going on, guys? Excalibur here, and we are back. Anvil, let's talk episode 4. Something's going on here, so I'm restarting Empyrean. Hope you guys are doing good today on a Sunday. What's up? We got KS Berg, we got Jarvis. Thanks for the follow there, Roly Poly. Appreciate that. Cat Dad Dave, what's going on? Furious Sulfate. Enjoying a cloudy, cool day. How's it? Oh, nice. Being chauffeur, man. Nothing wrong with that. So as an update to yesterday, guys, I did kind of end the stream a little bit prematurely, but I did so because of my, the issue with my throat and everything. So it's an ongoing thing. Obviously, this is a talk stream, so I'm going to go as long as it's comfortable, and then I'll probably end it, but see how far we get here. Hope you guys understand. I appreciate your patience. Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. All right, that might have helped it there. So today, guys, we're gonna talk about bases. We're gonna probably test some stuff out in survival. I want to kind of test the solar specifically, and we're going to. I'm gonna show you guys right now. I'm gonna show you the starter CV that I've been working on. Maybe give you guys a little inspiration for your April Designers Challenge builds. What's up, Procyon? How you doing, man? All right. Yeah, first off, let's take a look at the new starter CV. This is the Carbine M1. It is part of the bar series, as well as the Garand and the bar before it. So this is kind of the starter CV of that group. Turn the lights up a little bit here. So originally I was trying to make a little more functional Terrapin. I really love the Terrapin. I love the way it looks. It doesn't have the function I needed for it. And it had a little too much thrust. So just a couple things like that. It was a little too much. Doesn't really have any hard points to put any turrets. So while I love the look of it, it doesn't really serve that great of a purpose to me. But God, I love it, dude. I want to live in this thing. But yeah, it's just a weird build. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I could adjust it at some point, but I wanted to build something that was a starter, but like the Garand here, which is a very expansive starter. So it's a bit of a high investment initially. How did I do that? It's a decent amount of resources, right? It's not a lot, but 5,000 Neos, nothing to scoff at. I mean, it's pretty loaded for a starter. It's a generous starter, and then its ability to expand and give you the 6 bays here for the clip modules. Storage and even a garden if you wanted to, and I think I have a garden for. I don't remember. But yeah. So there's that. And then, of course, the bar is, huge. It's an end game, mid game kind of deal. So I wanted to make a true starter. That wasn't necessarily going to go much further than a starter. Now, there is some function in here that could give it a life after starter. And I'll show you guys that as well. But I took some things from the build, the Terrapin build, and I kind of expanded on it a little bit. But yeah, so it's got two hard points on top. It's got one on the bottom. You could add one there if you wanted to, like a multi-turret. This one's kind of open for whatever you want. Now, if you want to put a long-range radar, it does look pretty cool there on the side. You could also put it up top. You could put it in the middle. Like, whatever you really want to do, it's up to you. As we approach here, you've got your ramp bringing you up into the vessel here. So you've got the blast doors, and then you've got a shutter door for airtight. You've got 320k cargo on this side, and you've got another 320k cargo on this side. So it's got a good amount of cargo for a starter. The bridge, you've got a single passenger for Jay there, and then we've got the O2 and the med station, armor locker, fridge, shower, very important. We've got some boxes behind here, behind the displays. We do have a bed for RP or for single player. I do have a large constructor that can be upgraded. We have the pentaxid tank behind here, as well as a warp drive. And then we have the repair station spot. Now, behind the warp drive is another space for another generator. So if you wanted to add a second generator, that is possible. It does have a shield. It has a compact shield stock. Untextured, untextured, untextured. Use your jetpack. Gets you up here. And you've got room for a small SV or something, whatever you have. Auger or whatever. I feel like you could probably take out the this stuff here, and you could probably fit an auger in here too, if you wanted to. Like at a little SI or something. Up to you if you want the RP or not, but yeah, and honestly, that's it. It's not really, there's not a whole lot to it. It is a starter. It does have a generous amount of storage. It's got 2 ammo boxes. It does have wireless, of course, has detector. It is oxygenated, has a basic CPU block detector, of course. Now, when you come to the outside, you'll see there are 4 hard points for fixed weapons. So you can either add weapons or you can add drills. So this could conceivably be a miner. You can make one of these a harvest module or a harvest controller, and you could do starter mining with this, which I think is probably the route I would go. I'd probably put a couple turrets up here and just do that, and this would probably be like my first little miner. Because what I noticed is, like, if I'm gonna get into the helmet, yeah, the Core 9 helmet here. This thing's pretty expensive. It's Core 9. I mean, that's expensive already. It's a lot of resources, so it's gonna take a bit. Advanced upgrade kits for the drills and stuff. It's not out of hand or anything. I mean, it's doable, but this is kind of gonna be the first really, big workhorse build, right? And this is gonna get me into some Xerax fights. This is gonna get me into mining, obviously, hell mining, stuff like that. But it's gonna take a bit to get here, right? And then there's 2 aux core slots here, full shield, all this stuff. It's got 22,000 in the shield. So I mean, it's a lot further along. This is definitely not a starter. Even if I was to strip the drills and stuff, it's a meaty build. So I am excited about getting into this and getting off the maybe just getting off the starter planet with this, or maybe the second planet, whatever. So I'm really excited about that. So that's kind of my interpretation of the April challenge. Do with it what you will, but this is kind of the route I went, or 2. And I mean, I've got a generous amount of CPU. I didn't even think it'd be important to add another slot for a improved CPU block, but I mean, you could put it right there instead of the repair station. You're probably gonna need that other generator, so that'll add to the CPU a bit. If you wanted to take a little bit of the fluff out, you could take these 2 things out and put a CPU block there. So there's options. There's definitely expansion options. So we'll see what me and Jay end up doing. Unless we end up using his. Well, I doubt he's going to build a starter CV by the time the thing launches, because he likes to make it all pretty and stuff. Oh. It's going to up the lifetime of small ships. Yeah, definitely. No, I agree. That'll be a whole different thing. What's up, Celian? Why have the seat for Jay, no straps? Is there something to understand here? It already has a second goal. So that's that. That is the Carbine M1. I'll be releasing that to Patreon as well before season 6. I'm just gonna tweak it a little bit more texturing and whatnot. And then really the base, which I just released to Patreon about an hour ago. We'll be probably using this, I'd assume. And then I want to make a really small SV, kind of a relook at the Shiv, but maybe, you know, beef it up a little bit more. I really like the Shiv. I mean, I might even just do the Shiv. I don't know, but yeah, maybe just something new. I don't know. You can't really go wrong with this. It's not that, you know, I don't think I'm gonna make anything crazy different, so maybe I'll just stick with the Shiv as my maybe like my first build, kind of go from there, because you can do a lot with this. And then, you know, get to the SI. Augur SI is probably the easiest thing to go to after, so I don't know, maybe that or the SI probably makes more sense. But yeah, and then get into that. I mean, you know, I do want to get the HV done. We'll see how that goes. And then of course, like this guy, which is I don't know, man. I don't know. This is gonna be intense, but I'm hoping to get into this thing after the helmet. But this thing is expensive. This is like a minimum 10 core. It's 8 to 10 cores stock. Like, I can't shave anything off of this. Oh, I can get rid of the excavator turrets and the ice turrets, but yeah, it's gonna get pretty expensive for this guy, but I am excited about it. So this is gonna be the goal for season 6, getting this guy in as quickly as we can. So I think the route I'll go is either the it'll probably be a combination of the new hamster stuff, the new you know, the new Blade Collective OPVs and stuff, farm those and get as many hamster cores as I can, and then also get ox cores, I think, with the helmet. And then I'll basically be putting them in here. So you can see this thing's got 8, and we're still over. So I need 10. I need about 10 CPU blocks to have this thing fully functional. So this is the version that I did add the second. So this has got 4 of the big generators. I didn't go for the reactor core, but it's fine. So yeah, that's the goal. Season 6 so far. I still gotta see what Jay's gonna do. We'll kind of go from there, but I know he's working on stuff as well. So season 6 is coming, man. It's weeks away. It's literally 2 weeks away. So yeah, not a whole lot of time to build too much at the beginning. Because once you play, then you're kind of just playing, right? You don't want to be building too much. That's kind of where I'm at as far as season 6. You need a cheap core 1 drill S2 drill SV. That'd be cool. I don't know. I never have a hard time getting the SI in, really, do I? I mean, I feel like the SI is pretty. I mean, I could just shave a couple drills off of this, but honestly, like 1,000 carbon, you know, this is nothing, right? Like I can get this once I find those deposits, and once I do a little bit of hand mining, like I can get into this pretty easy. So I don't really see a big reason to have a smaller SI. Now I've never expanded this. I've never used laser drills because I honestly don't find laser drills that great on SVs. I find them to be kind of a poor upgrade from the mechanical drills, just because they leave a lot of weird indents and stuff. But that could be the way I built it. Maybe the Auger S isn't what it used to be mining wise. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I really enjoy this one. I enjoy this one over the S as well. It's just a little bit smaller. It's just easier to put away, easier to get a new one if it gets, you know, demolished or whatever. Like, I just don't really have a problem with this guy. And you can upgrade a bit too, right? So you don't have any CPU options as far as adding anything else, but you can add. Is this thing a core 1? Yeah. So you can add the core 2 anywhere, right? I mean, these are for the extra thrusters. God, I haven't looked at this thing in a while. Where do I have an expansion slot for this thing? Do I? Yeah, right here. Cool. So you could put the basic core 2 there, and that'll give you the option to add the Gatling guns, which is a highly important upgrade, especially when there's drones at the deposits. That's kind of an immediate upgrade. You really need that pretty quickly. But yeah, that's kind of my. So I want to see that here. Hold on, let's do something real quick here. Because I didn't even really think of this as a place to store a vessel. Yeah, I mean, you could. I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't do this. You can though. It is totally. I mean, easily done. Yeah. I mean, you could even leave it out here and it'll still dock. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't do that. Let's probably put it up here. Just easier, you know. Especially if you're not level or something, it could be pretty annoying. But you got options. I mean, if you want to put a scarab in there, that would probably fit. No shield on the SI? No, there's no shield on the SI. It's a throwaway miner. I mean, literally, it's not built to. Yeah, I mean, the S has a... Does the S have a shield? God, it's been a while, man. Maybe I need to re-look at the, Yeah, the S has a shield. But that's it. It doesn't have, like, the, capacitors and all that crap. I mean, you could probably fit some in somewhere, but... Yeah, I don't see a need for it. I mean, especially in the starter stuff. I mean, yeah. There was a day we didn't have shields, guys. That's kind of a new thing, to be honest. Back then, we didn't have shields. We just had to build things that lasted, you know? Nice, SISG4. Nice. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, inspiration-wise. I could even, you know, I do have a couple options for HVs. If we do get into an HV, I have the new Pico that I've never... Did I put that? I think maybe I put that on the Patreon. But I do have this guy. So if I really need to desperately get into something right away, I think this is probably even cheaper. Yeah, it's a little bit less of everything. And it's super cheap. Little tree grinder. It does have a little Gatling. Does have an armor locker. It's got 1,600 cargo. I mean, it's really a nothing little vessel here. It's got a little bit of expansion here if you want to add some more goodies or whatever. But yeah, not a whole lot of expandability here. And then you can this back part, for those that don't No. Is a... I was about to put that little guy there. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's got options, but... And then there's the planner, which is another build I've never used. But I built this as kind of a weird HV starter, like expandable HV starter, scarab killer kind of thing. So it's kind of got the same function as the scarab if you add a third one there. But then it has, it's got 6,000 cargo, 2 6,000 harvest cargoes. Got mid-station option, armor locker, turret on the top. I mean, yeah, it's got a bit of everything. It does have a respawn point, which is cool. It has a constructor, place to get in from the back. Does not have a shield, but... Oh, no, it does have a shield. This is where you put the shield. Yeah, I forgot that. That's what happens when you don't look at your builds for a very long time. So you can put a shield there. So it's kind of a cool little build. This is on Patreon as well, guys. So I think I did share this. Kind of a weird little, it was honestly like a newer, what's that thing called? The box cutter. Yeah, it's like a newer box cutter. You know, classic box cutter, but kind of a newer, Oh, the box cutter. We did things in this. This saw some good times, man. That was the death van right here. Hell yeah. Yeah, well, that's why it's called the planner. That's literally what a planner is, so we did it. Oh man. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna leave that there, and we're gonna go. I want to go into survival, and I want to test out solar. I talk a lot about solar. I talk a lot of shit about solar, and I think I'm justified in the shit I talk about it. But at the same time, I want to literally like test this out and see what it's doing. So we're gonna start in single player, and then I might even maybe go on the server and test real quick. But we'll start on the server. So I guess we'll start a game. Scenario. Start on Haven. We'll start pretty basic here. We'll do these two on. We're gonna be spawning everything in. I'm not worried about that. Because when we were doing the stream yesterday, I saw a lot of different builds. I saw a lot of batteries in some builds. I saw one battery in other builds. So I want to understand this battery to solar panel situation. The one base that I really liked was, I want to say it was Tay-Stay's base. And when I say I really liked it, I mean I really liked the power situation he had in that. I thought that was really clever. So I want to see if something like that really does kind of work for a specifically for a garden, which I think is just about the most functional aspect of a base. Own chambers. That's not something that we can really affect. That's a Reforge Eden thing there. So we're using the same build of Reforge Eden that we used in Season 5. It hasn't changed, so that's not something that we can implement, or that we would. No, it's not something that we would have to test a lot more for that, and we don't want to risk breaking anything in the server or whatever. Oh shit, I shouldn't have pressed that. Oh. Alright. Alright, so let's just build something from yeah, let's just build something from scratch, I think. Because I don't really have a base that would work really. I kind of want to keep it bare bones here. Dang, I didn't want to see all this dialogue. Sorry, guys. All right, so I'm gonna build out here, and I am gonna put a some turrets just to protect us from a drone attack. All right, so very minimum, we are running that. So, I guess I'll build it as a base. Really basic, nothing fancy here. I just want to test the theory. Maybe this is too basic. I don't know. Oh, my basic is too basic. All right. Build smallest box you can build, even though you have all the resources you want. Well, sadly, you can't set J. Randall on fire anymore. That's not a thing anymore in Reforged Eden. It doesn't allow you to set people on fire anymore. Which I think sucks, dude. Like, it's horrible. Alright, so we got that, right? Now, let's get a couple grow plots in here. No, I can't do that. Crap. I always have to make this taller. We're gonna do one grow light. Where's the grow lights? Grow lights. Here we go. Light. All right. We have grow light. Now let's do door. We'll do a oxygen thingy. It's just turning night too, damn it. Oh, I guess we could fix that. Oxygen. Alright, so this should be oxygenated. Yeah, good there. Alright, so now we're gonna add some plants. What are you guys thinking here? We'll do some pumpkins. Let's do some pumpkins here. Alright, so we got pumpkins. Sprouts. That's literally... Oh, no. Wait, why is that oxygenated if... Oh, I guess because, we're unoxygenated. Well, we'll seal it anyway. I can set him on fire in Icarus, so we could do that. Yeah, mash those points in Icarus and I'll... But see, if I set him on fire, that's so much worse, dude. It's so much worse in Icarus to die. It's so bad. I can't do that too much. Maybe I could do that once, but God, that's gonna hurt, like, doing it too much. Alright, so... Cool. It's nighttime. So we're gonna start setting up some solar panels. So I'm gonna go with the large ones, not advanced, but advanced are interesting, but not advanced. And frankly, advanced aren't gonna... Shit, let me get a light going on here. Armor locker. Alright, so solar panels. We are going to... I guess we'll make a, we'll try to do the best we can here. So what do we got? We're east to west here, right? We're gonna try to make it the best way. Efficient way here. So we're gonna put some of these guys. How many of these can you have all together? I don't know. Because these things aren't expensive, right? Solar panels aren't expensive at all. It's just, my concern is that they're useless. Or at least I think they're useless. $24, right? Now, is it 24 of the big ones and 24 of the small ones, or is it just 24 period? Because I think that changed, didn't it? Now it's 24 of each or something? Or is that only for CVs? I don't know. Or 812. So basically duplicate this. I feel like this is gonna crumble. Hold on. Why? What? Oh, yeah. All right, so we're at the maximum amount of solar we can have on a base. Well, I just want the maximum, and then we'll go down from there. So I just want to know, you know, because again, these things aren't very expensive. Let's see how we are on CPU. We're fine on CPU. I don't even know if these things require CPU. Yeah, 50 CPU, so they're cheap. Yeah, I mean, it's silicon. I mean, it's not a little amount of silicon, but it's achievable. All right, so now we're gonna put some batteries. I think we start out with one. Start out with one battery. Your max benefit will be from all flat panels, no slope, if you are equator. We are. So then why do they have sloped? That's for if you're not by the equator, I guess? Doesn't really make any sense, though. Doesn't make any sense at all. That's like the opposite of sense, right? So, even if you're at the equator and you got flat, right? And, you know, the sun's coming from here and it's coming over. I mean, if you pointed at the east, you would catch direct solar, and then in the center you'd catch direct solar, and then at the end you'd collect. I mean, I don't understand why flat, because if it's here, it's not going to catch the flat ones, right? I don't understand why that's better to have them flat. I mean, I'm not talking about what works in the game. I'm talking about common sense more. I don't understand why that's that way. That's weird. Now I get, you know, like for me, right? My solar panels outside in real life, they're all, you know, the sun basically comes in front of my apartment to where it comes from here, and I get the sun almost all day. And I have my panels like this at about a 55, 65 degree, and it just catches those solar hours for like 12 hours. So I get that, but I don't understand. Now, if I could have them flat, I could, but I don't have a ceiling. There's a apartment above me, so I can't put solar panels on the roof. I get, yeah, okay. I guess it doesn't matter. Maybe it's just whatever. We'll do it this way, and then you know. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. So I wanna actually let's do this too. Let's now I have the generator, right? I can't turn off the generator yet. That doesn't make sense until those things charge. So as far as solar goes, right? You've got exposure to the sun, possible, maybe potential exposure, and then you've got actual exposure. Is that the correct way to read that? Or an average? Okay. God, I guess. See, I don't want to set it and then I don't get the whole day. So I wish there was a way to like forward time, just like well, just like you do in creative. Well, I guess there's the debug, but does that mess anything up? Does debug? The debug? No, it's DM, right? Oh, why am I looking that way? Yeah. All right, so sun's coming up. So it seems like these are just not working at all. These somehow are lit up. It's weird. Okay, so current output right now. Our battery's charging. I have a cap here.
Welcome to XBC.
Hey, what's up, Vet? Big Hype with the 6-month resub. Battle Axe Hype. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you, man. Alright, so now these are lit up. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's our little guy in here doing here? Let's see here. Not doing a damn thing. Alright, so... Is the sun really... it's not quite up yet, right? So you see, like, this has 2, and this still has 1. So this is technically getting more solar here. I wish you could... Can you see these individually? No, there's no individual stats, unfortunately. But we're almost fully... This seems weird, right? Like, this one right here is 1. This one's not getting anything right now. Why is this already at its... Why is the... I don't get the stat. Current output is 1.45 kilowatts. The average is 1.8. How is that when only a third of them are really getting solar? That doesn't make any sense to me. So this is what I mean. It's just, it's very confusing. And it's like, you know, they give you some stuff, right? They give you these lights. They give you, you know, these stats. but they don't really make sense. You know, they give you the battery, you know, the power left, cool, but like, no, doesn't really make a lot of sense. And then the generator should frankly charge the batteries too, right? I mean, let's be honest, right? Why shouldn't even need solar panels? Like, if you want to make this simple, just allow me to put a bunch of batteries in my base and charge them with the fuel, and then be able to turn off the generator at night as an option. Like, that should be a thing anyway, right? Forget the solar panels. But if I want to add solar panels, and you know, this should be an alternative to this. That could be a super backup or whatever, but the sun's going to come out every day, right? So if I'm designing a base and I know where I'm going to put it, I shouldn't even need a generator. I should be able to just do this. And I guess some people do that, so that's why we're testing. But I just wish that the batteries could be charged by the generator as well. Well, no, because, okay, so the output of this generator, right? The output of this generator is 2.5 kilowatts. My consumption is 74 watts. So I'm running this generator. Generator's going to run no matter what. It doesn't matter how much load until it's overloaded. It doesn't matter. It's still going to put out that much. So instead of losing that 1.75 kilowatts, that could be going into my batteries. And then I turn it off. So it would be better. You know what I mean? Because the fuel is going to fuel anyway, right? Oh, really? Oh, well, that's weird then. Okay. So, all right, I'll take that back. Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. That makes sense then. Okay, so now these are getting full load. These are getting 3 now. And these are still getting none. So we're at full load. And the sun is... So this is weird. So the sun is directly on these. Like direct. Like it is right there. These should be getting the most exposure. But it's still just 3. I don't... Weird. Yeah, I didn't know that, Gary, man. That's a great bit of info there. Uh-oh. Luminosity comes into the chat. Current output 2 point... Okay, so now we're going over our average. I don't get the average, though. So I guess the average is just maybe a third or something. Math incoming. Okay, so now this is... There's no way that this isn't getting full solar. That's weird. Factors that will... And I'm not going to read all that from my throat, but if you guys want to read along, I'll read to myself. Can we agree that it's a little too complicated for this game? Um, that's a lot, man. This game is so uncomplicated in so many other ways and makes no sense. Why is that so ridiculous? That's ridiculous, dude. So you're telling me that I have to build on a very specific part of the planet in any given time to get maximum amount of whatever, when I can magically move things from one box to another across the thing, and Wi-Fi is only like 20 feet? Can we agree none of this makes any damn sense? Just saying, right? Okay, so this has finally reached maximum solar efficiency here. Okay, and then this is almost at full. Our battery is not charging. So this is one battery, guys. So how are people charging more than one battery in a day? How does that work? Now, the batteries, do they act in series or do they act in parallel? It's one big battery. Okay. I don't think this is going to charge in one day cycle, to be honest. And I mean, according to this doesn't seem like, so these are fully, so I'm getting full solar supposedly from these 8, but I'm not yet over here. So I don't know if that flat panel thing makes sense either. I mean, I guess maybe it'll make sense once we get to the other side. But okay, so even these are getting 2 now. So now these have come into play. So I don't know. I feel like maybe the slanted ones do make a little more sense in this situation. Okay, Garmin. Because, yeah, I'm still not getting full solar in the middle. But I am getting half solar over here. I'm still getting full solar over here. No, I get it. I'm just saying, like, in this situation, I wasn't wrong about having the slanted ones. Like, this seems to be giving me the maximum amount of solar here. Whereas if they were all flat, I wouldn't have gotten advantage of that early sunrise, and I probably wouldn't get advantage of that sunset either. Whereas I feel like I'm getting, like, this still isn't fully efficient yet. This, I mean, stuff like this is where I start to get really emotional about space engineers, and I wish that this had more space engineers in it. Just to have, a simple rotor that could just do this, would just, uh Yeah, no, I get that, Jay. I get that, Jay. I mean, I guess it's probably the same if you think about it. So maybe it is just a looks thing. So now I'm getting full over here, I'm getting full over here, and I'm getting 2 over here. Filbert. Well, either way, it doesn't seem. Doesn't seem. I'm already in the middle of the day here, just about. And yeah, I don't think this is gonna charge one battery. And why aren't these growing? Am I missing something? Why aren't these growing? Oh, but I mean, they should at least be growing, right? No? Alright. I don't really care if they grow, to be honest. I just, you know, just seeing if the power stays. No, it's great. Of course it's great. But I'm more, you can't do that with a base, right? So, I mean, the only thing I'm trying to see here is if it makes sense to have a base. Because frankly, I mean, I could just, I don't think I saved that CV Garden, by the way. I don't think I own that anymore, which is weird. I only have this older one. I don't have that one we used on the last Let's Play or whatever. But I mean, shit, I could just do this and never have to think about it again, right? This is -4 consumption, and then all this shit's on. I could put 4, 8, 12, and I could even use all the the hell is it? Oh yeah, I could even use. Oh, this is the old one. See, I don't even have the middle one. Did I call it something else? Yeah. But see, that statement right there is what really bothers me. I mean, I get developers have a vision for their game and balance and stuff, but if you're gonna have alternative energies and stuff, they should at least make sense based on the real world. I mean, there's plenty of big, huge buildings and compounds and stuff, and that run purely on solar. There's whole cities that run on solar. I mean, there's countries that roll on solar. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird that I can't have a base that has a few lights and can't run on solar. You know, like that's weird. You know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense even from a balance. So you're saying it's a game balance for me to have to go get Promethium? I mean, I need that for my ships anyway. Why do I need it for the base? All right, so now these are maximum efficient. So now we're at full efficiency for all 3 or all 24 of the panels. No, I get it, Gary, man. I'm not. I wasn't speaking directly to you either. I'm talking to Leon here. Hey, Prime Guy, what's up, man? That would be sweet. Well, see, and that's the part of Space Engineers that I love. I love that whole battery thing. I wanna, dude. I would love to have small augers and stuff that can run purely on battery charge, just like I use in Space Engineers. I have miners and they're just purely battery, and I plug them to the base and then they're charging off of the main grid. And then once they're charged, I could take them out, and like that aspect of gameplay is so needed in this game, man. It would just be so fun to be able to build for that. To have like have actual like power systems designed into your bases, and have like a hangar with different charging ports that you could literally like soft dock like you can in Space Engineers, and be able to charge your different things. Like, dude, that would be amazing. Like, that would make bases so cool. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to add stuff, I guess, to make it make sense technically, but I don't know. But then when you play Space Engineers, like, there's so many things missing in that game that you're like, oh, you get into that slog, and you're just like, all right. Like, how far did we get in my Let's Play? We got to where I went up to, went into orbit, and I was mining, and I do have a Discord Prime guy. All the links are below here. Yeah, we're not even halfway charged here. Yeah, so we're at 80 hours now. Now, all right, so let's introduce some obvious things into the mix here, right? So we're bound to have a large constructor. Probably the biggest thing, right? We'll put that on here. And that's going to knock that down to 71 hours. I think we will, let's see, what can we do here? We'll do, get some, Promethium ore here. Because I was just letting this thing charge without really any load, right? So now we've got some load. So now we're at 7 hours. Battery's still charging. Yeah, Prime Guy, we have a channel in the Discord called Other Games. If you put it in there, that'd be awesome. Okay, we're growing. It's growing. All right. Most fun stream ever. Let's watch the sun do a full day cycle. For science! Oh, really, Gamer? I mean, should we just go tonight? Is it? I don't think it matters in retrospect here. Because really, I mean, my main goal was to see if this battery charged. It definitely didn't. Oh, so yeah, let's test that too, because I didn't even test to see if that was a thing. So then what's the difference with the advanced? And then with the advanced, yeah, so you see you can. That's only a CV thing, I guess. Yeah, but with the upgrade, right? You need all this crap, right? Aluminum. Like you're not getting any of this stuff. And you need solar cells. You're not getting any of that on a starter. Alright, so these are down to 1. These are down to 2, and these are now getting the full. While we're doing that, let me look at. I can't believe I didn't save that CV garden thing I made, because I don't think I have that anywhere. I think that's just gone. What's a CV? What am I doing? Oh, hell no. This. Let's go back on. Oh, I guess it does. Oh, I don't think it's meant to come off. Did I just ruin my headset? Damn it. I think we're okay. Everything's falling apart, man. Alright, let's. What was I now? I'm looking for that garden. Let's see here. That. And garden. I couldn't have called it anything but garden, right? Garden module. Okay, this is that thing we used last season. Okay. That's the old one. That's the newer one. But that's it. Yeah, I didn't save. Wait, what's bayonet? What's a bayonet? Oh, that's that. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, that sucks, because I like that one better than this one. This one sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck, but... Ah, this one's fine, I guess. Damn it. I just don't like the look of it. Maybe I don't know, man. Maybe I have it in a... I think I deleted all my older build series, too. Maybe not the last one, though. Jay, you remember the one I'm talking about, right? The one that had, the one we had on the, alien planet. It was next to the, before we moved to the plateau planet. It was the garden. Remember the garden module that had, it was on like stilts or something? And you had gone in there and done some shaping on the inside or whatever? I don't think I have that anymore. I'll check after this. I'll go into an older build series and see if I can find it. Yeah, not even, maybe half at the end of this. No, it wasn't built in survival, but that's why it's weird. Like, I don't even know why I didn't save it. I had to have saved it to spawn it in. Like, where the hell is it? Did I not call it a garden? That doesn't make any sense. I had to have. Horticulture. I called it horticulture? I didn't call it. If you had released it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. The hydrocell thing. Yeah, garden. Yeah, but that's the same one. There's the deployable garden. It's the old one. Dude, the amount of whips I have is staggering. I don't have it. Alright, we're almost there. I'd say we're pretty much there. But what am I really testing here? So right? I guess there's because if I was to turn the generator off, remove the generator fuel. The battery's not charging, but it's definitely not doing anything either. All right, so the battery just started ticking now. So is this 1 hour? This isn't real time, right? This is in-game time? Or is real time, right? How long have we been doing this? Like an hour? Maybe less than an hour? Yeah, it should, right, Jay? And it should keep the thing on. But we're in single player. So now how is it different on the server? There's no fuel tank. Seems to be working, right? I guess my only thing is, am I ever going to charge this one battery, let alone more than one battery? Oh, the defense, right? So let's do a. Oh God, it's already like, or this is like Twilight or something. Um, how are we looking on a base attack here? Oh, Talon. What was that command that Vermilion gave me the last time? I forget. Should have written that down. I need a I need a notepad or something. I mean, seems to be doing its job, right? But I don't get the multiple battery thing. I mean, it doesn't seem like you'll ever charge that with these panels. Maybe with advanced panels, but with these panels, I don't see it. So what we'll do is since these are not being used right now, I'm gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna put advanced panels in. Just to see how much better they are. We're not gonna go a whole day, but I just wanna see how much faster they charge. And we'll do them all flat, just for you, flat panelers. Well, right now I just want to see if it even starts to look like it's gonna charge the whole battery first, and then we can add more. I mean, if it's just a capacity thing, I mean that's not really. I don't really need to test that. Now if we get to where we're almost charging it full, then fine. But for this, right? I mean, you look at max advanced solar panels on a base require 192 solar cells, 96 gold, 240 platinum, 4,000 aluminum. So I mean, it's definitely a mid to end game thing. I mean, solar cells you buy them, right? You buy them off of merchants and everything, but it takes some exploring and stuff to do. But I could definitely see kind of collecting those as you go, and then when you want to build a base and stuff, you can kind of do that at the end. So that sounds kind of appealing. This is holding up though. So am I charging right now? Hold on, let me see here. Yeah, I am. So these work with Moonlight as well. I mean, I'm not losing battery anymore. Yeah, Jay, definitely. Yeah, like I'm gaining output here. That's cool. I mean, that's just like my panels I have. Like that's cool. Yeah, right? And that, and that's the problem, right? For power, you gotta kind of like, it's gotta make sense and it's gotta be reliable. Like if you can't count on your power, then that really sucks in a server situation, because once you leave your game, like that shit's still doing stuff. And you know what I mean? It's not like single player. Like you're still doing stuff, and it really sucks when you get up and, you know, all 1,000 of your grow plots are dead or whatever because of something that makes no damn sense. I don't think there's much more frustrating than that, other than accidentally turning your shields off when you're going up against a Xerax vessel. Probably worse, but well, so this is supposedly an output of 500, right? But I am consuming, so yeah, it should still be. I should still be losing battery. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, with fuel, but see, that's the thing. Like, you gotta have so much fuel. That makes sense, right? Well, yeah, but I mean, so the issue here is that I'm currently outputting 558 watts from solar, but I'm consuming 750 watts, so my battery should still be draining. And it doesn't seem to be draining. Why add a capacitor though? I don't understand. What would a capacitor do? It's draining slowly. Okay, so the battery's draining. Okay. Add to the battery's totals. Okay, so let's. I don't get what that didn't do anything, right? That just made the total bigger. I don't understand why I needed to do that. No, the battery, but that's just because there's two batteries now. So now it's just a bigger battery, but it's still the same amount of charge inside of it. It's not. That's just the capacity of the battery. Look up. So now I have 3 generators. Consumption is still, I don't get it. Why would my output go up? I don't understand. I mean, if I add, you know, I don't get what you mean. Like if I add, you know, all these, right? It doesn't. It's still 1547. I mean, it doesn't. It's just a bigger battery, but it's the same charge, right? Like it doesn't. I don't get why that matters. The consumption is going to be the same, right? I'm consuming 750 by processing this promethium, right? And what's going on here? Yeah. The Chapel of the Pierced Moose. What? Thank you. What? Google Translates mess it up there or something? What's going on? Why is this one blue and these are all? That's weird. Oh, the 12 kilowatts? All right. So we're at full. I don't get what's going on here. Let's get rid of this one. So output of 12 kilowatts. I don't understand the logic of this at all. Like I don't get it. Well, I guess no. It just doesn't really make sense. It's like I don't. It's just a battery, so it's not a battery. It's well, I guess it's not a battery. It's a capacitor, right? So I guess it's technically like an inverter and a battery put together. Is that what this is? So if I add another one, that's why the max output or the current output goes up because I'm technically adding like a inverter battery thing. It's not just so it's not just a matter of increasing the charge capacity. It's also giving me more kilowatts. Okay. So that was the missing. I didn't understand why it was important to add another capacitor, but if it's increasing the output, then I get it. I don't need that output because I'm only consuming this, right? So until I start adding more stuff, it wouldn't really make sense to add another capacitor. But I mean, I guess, but you're saying it'll never use that. It'll only use what it consumes, and it'll only drain based on the consumption. So then I guess it would make sense to have a couple more just to have that added capacity to have more storage. Yeah, well, so it acts just like a generator, basically. So right now we're getting 13 kilowatts of solar. I mean, it's charging. It doesn't. I'm not impressed, like with the charge, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, so these advanced panels are. I mean, I guess I'm just looking at it in seconds here. It probably will charge it fully. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense to have a generator as a backup. I understand that. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess solar kind of works more than I thought it did, but I I don't know. It kind of works, ignore the advanced. We're talking about the regular ones. I mean, it kind of did work, but it also doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? And the reason why it doesn't make a whole lot of sense is I have this tiny base with this one large constructor and a couple one grow light, and that's about it. I got some turrets. This is the means of a very very small starter base. Now, with game balance and with progression, would it not make sense that I should be able to run this with not having to use all 24 of the max panels? That would be like me having a starter CV and needing to have maximum amount of thrusters. Like, it doesn't make sense to have all of the thrusters you could or all of the solar panels you could possibly put on a base in the game. It should be like a much bigger base with a lot more load, right? So it just, yeah, I don't know. It's a little much. Like, I don't want to build a starter base and then have this big solar wart farm on the side of it, right? You look at the main first base I ever built, right? The well, ever built to release to the public, right? Was this guy. And this thing's got 6 panels. This is before small panels. This is vanilla. This is like, and I mean, this is an older base and it doesn't make sense anymore. But this I get. I get this for a starter. Like 6 panels. This should be pretty good, It should do its thing, You got 2 grow lights, you got some stuff, whatever. Do I even have a battery in this thing? I think this is pre-battery or pre-capacitor, whatever you want to call it. Right? Let me see. Oh, I do have a solar capacitor. Oh, it's probably under that. I don't know where it is. Put it somewhere. Probably looking right at it. Well, whatever. It's somewhere in this base. But yeah, so like if you look at this guy, yeah, the battery's charging. It's consuming 263 watts. We're outputting. We're charging the battery. So I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna translate to being efficient. But it's just weird that I have to have all the panels to charge it halfway, you know? Well, how do you spawn in an RTG? Does anybody know? I don't know the command. Cameron, do you know it? We did it, guys. We got it. We got an RTG. We did it. Yeah, charge now. So what does it count it as? Does it count it as a... Yeah, it's just... So I guess all the power's just going to the batteries. Yeah, Cellian, I know. I've done that. I've literally made everything that I can that's a CV, you know, I mean, obviously. But I want bases to make sense. I mean, I want the game to make sense. That's my goal, is for the game to make sense, right? So, you know, like the decon, you know, I've got all these things that I've made to trick that system, right? So this is to decon. It literally decons anything for free. Like there's no power required because of the panels. I get that. I don't want to do that. I want to build a base. I just want to build a base. I want to build a base. I want it to make sense. I want it to be powered. That's what I want. I don't want to have to cheat the system to play the game. Is you know, that's what's frustrating, and that's what makes me upset about playing the game, to be honest. Is you have to cheat the system to make it work, and you shouldn't have to. It should work. So, but I will say that it kind of works better than I thought it did, but I still think it doesn't make any damn sense. But at least with maximum panels, it could kind of work. Yeah, Gammon. I mean, I guess it just takes a lot more power management and stuff, which is a good thing. I mean, that's a good game mechanic. My issue is when that logic fails or something, you know, magical happens or Elions or just whatever, and that's where it gets frustrating. If you're playing by a specific set of rules, you can work within those rules and make it work for yourself. You know that, hey, I gotta charge at this amount of time. I can't use this at this time until I have this. And if I have those parameters, I can work within them. But if the parameters just go over here to Narnia for 10 minutes and come back and then you're screwed, then that's the frustrating thing. And that's what makes the game unplayable and frustrating. Not unplayable, but kind of unplayable, right? Because a whole, you know, bases, you know, aren't as important as SVHV CV, right? And that's what becomes weird, because arguably they're pushing bases, period. You know, like the tutorials we did the last couple episodes ago, it was all about putting this base down. It was, you know, so the base is supposed to be important. It's supposed to make sense. So, but again, it's single player, so that's, I don't know. It works better than I thought it did. So I'll talk a little less shit, but I still think that it's weird. You have to have the maximum amount of panels to achieve half one capacitor charge. Well, no, so that's fine, Sally. And so I get the weather thing. That makes sense. That's real life too, right? Like that makes perfect sense to me. I'm fine with that. I don't have an issue with that at all. And that's why you should have a backup generator, just like in real life. It's a rainy ass day. You're not going to get that much solar hours, right? So I'm with that. It'd be nice to see wind turbines. It'd be nice to see some other forms of energy. But if all we have is solar and that, then I'm fine. I'll have my generator as a backup and I'll have fuel as a backup. But for me to just constantly be throwing fuel in this tank every day because it drains is kind of lame, you know? So, yeah, I guess at the end of the day, I understand it a bit more and I know what to look forward to, I guess, for season 6 here if we do end up doing like a small base or something. Are wind turbines coming? Because I saw Ravian talk about he just had it as a prop. Is that, are they really coming or is it just a POI prop that he had? I saw some comment. I didn't fully read into it, but I saw something where Ravian was like, I just added that as a POI decoration or something. I don't know. I could be wrong the way I read that. But are you, is that a true statement? Is wind turbines really coming? And is that RE2 or RE? But they are implemented as tall plants. Oh. So what you're saying is Jay could knock down our wind turbines with a scarab? Have we got a date? No, we don't have a date. Not at all. Yeah, Jay's gonna scarab the shit out of our wind turbines. Oh no, I see it coming, man.
Oh no, no!
Well, that's cool. I guess we learned something there, guys. So that's I hope that helped out anybody else that was as ignorant as I was about solar and advanced solar and just, yeah, could be a thing. Oh, let me look. Let me go back to 5.5 and see. I don't think it's 5.5 even. I think it's probably that one before that. Hey, Pluricus. Thanks for that follow, man. Welcome. Oh, that's why that's why I made a 6. Yeah, yeah. That it seems like a lot, right? Hey, thanks. My baby, man. My Star Citizen baby. Ugh. Shots fired. That was your screenshot? You did that with the bike? Bastard. Oh wow, so that's like an older version of it. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay, this is designer's challenge. Alright, let's look around here. Okay, I think this is me. I don't see a garden. Damn. This is a fairly recent though, because the terrapin's there. I deleted the previous ones. I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Yeah, I don't see it. Unless it's somewhere else on the planet, but I doubt it. Well... That's a designer's challenge. Designer's challenge. Yeah, no, it's gone. Oh well. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, I can make it again. It's just kind of lame. But we'll see if I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to grow on a base this time and see if it's possible. Kind of abandoned this ship. Oh yeah, don't we all? Yeah, it's weird the way this reacts though. Anything else weird here? I guess not. Yeah, it would be cool, wouldn't it? There's so many things I want before that though. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for today. Um, yeah, yeah. I think that's it for the day, guys. I don't want to stress my throat out anymore. But I guess we learned some stuff about solar. You guys saw what I was doing for season 6 so far here with the builds we'll be using in the Let's Play. I should have Jay back for season 6. I'm not sure exactly what our plan's gonna be. I don't know if we'll even have a plan, to be honest. I think we'll just kind of enjoy it and just kind of go with it. But obviously I want to test out the starter CV. And yeah, other than that, I mean the augers and scarabs aplenty. And yeah, I don't know what else. I mean, maybe like I guess maybe the hole in our stuff is to have something viable to combat a POI. And I think Jay has it with the SVs he's made recently. But the SV I made is too OP. to bring in like right away. Like I think it doesn't make a whole lot of sense right away. Because it takes a aux core. But yeah, once we can get into this and we can move around and stuff, it should be pretty easy for us, I think, to get around and to find a planet that we can exploit and get all the resources we can get and whatnot. Are we to assume the Mando goes into space season 6? See, I don't know. That shit, man. I don't know. And then the other thing too is I've been watching Life Force build, and now I don't even want to touch it, dude. That thing. I don't even want to, dude. Like his Star Wars builds are amazing, dude. Like the interior and stuff, and it looks so good. And I know I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, no, I'm definitely need to make a nice combat CB. This is a mining CB, so this doesn't count as a combat CB at all. So I need to build something that can actually take out some high end targets or whatever. So that's definitely probably the next focus. But yeah, I don't know. We'll get into kind of these. Not the box cutter, but like the shiv too. I'll probably maybe not the shiv. I mean, honestly, the auger S is just as good as the shiv. It doesn't make sense. Let life design your. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done a combo, not a combo, a co-op build or anything. That's always kind of. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if I gave him the build, he would do an amazing job. I'm not. It would be a great job, but then I don't know. It wouldn't feel like my build anymore, right? It would feel like his build, and you know. But I don't know. I mean, I guess if I never touch it again, I might as well. Cause I don't know. I don't see it anymore. Like I don't. And the other thing is, it doesn't look like the actual ship. It was supposed to be replica, and it didn't really achieve it. So I think that's part of it too. I don't. I look at it and I'm like, damn, I just see failure. I don't know. Nah, I'll probably do something else. I need a. I want to build like a nice end game that's kind of the size of the bar, maybe. Like I really kind of like this style that I kind of fell upon, like with this and the Garand, and so I want to kind of continue to work on that, not go backwards. It's always weird. I mean, the Mando was it's so old, man. Like this thing I started working on this years ago, like at least 2 years ago, and it's so big, and I don't know. I don't like the bottom. Like it's enough to where it doesn't look like the actual Mando cruiser. So nah, I don't want to finish it. I haven't even started it, dude. It's like it's so much to do in this thing. There's so much to do, and now with the new stuff, there's even more to do. And then when RE2 comes out, it's not even gonna work anymore. And it's like, so why? What's the point? For something this big that takes this much time to build, and an elevator that has to go up that high, like I don't know, it doesn't make sense, man. Look at this. It's just space that I have to put something in, and it's too much, man. It's too much. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a challenge around it. Maybe I'll just give it to the community and see who does interesting things with it in 1 month or something. I don't know. But I'm not gonna build something that I don't enjoy, right? I'm not gonna do it just to get it done. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe almost done. Same time you were born. Yeah, no, but I just don't. I guess what I'm saying is I don't like the look of it. So if you don't like the look of something, you're not gonna be inspired to continue working on it, right? So I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I like some of it. I don't. There's a bunch of it I don't like though. So like I'm not gonna force myself to do something that's not work. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like if yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's not. Then it would be work, and that's not what this is for me. So yeah, nah. No, it's too much, dude. It's too much. Like it's the whole. So all right, fine. Hold on. Go to that, and then oh, that. Let me bring up. Boom. There we go. Oh, all right. So yeah, this is what I replicated, right? So I can't really achieve that. I can't really achieve that. Um, I can't. There's just so many things like the angled turrets. It's just I don't know. It's like this whole thing didn't turn out the way it looks. This doesn't make. There's just so much that doesn't work. And it just doesn't look anything like it. And then so eh eh. Paint will hide many faults. uh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. But we do need to build like a big kind of I don't know, and then the Xiphos is another thing that's just I can't even spawn that in because it's ruined, right? But yeah, I don't dude, I mean, I think probably Jay and probably a lot of people that build frequently, Filbert and build a lot of content all the time. Crazy should know this. Like you just keep building, like you keep building new stuff. So, I'm sure Jay has some stuff in his arsenal that he hasn't completed and he just reached a stopping point and said, you know what, forget it. And this is mine. This is my big one. I mean, I do have 20 more, but this is the most progressed big thing I ever built, and I just didn't kind of finish it. But even before that, I had the saber, right? I never finished the saber. Back in the day, I mean, it's freaking ancient now, but I never got any further with this. And but I liked it enough that I got to the point where I chopped it and made the Daisho, right? That ended up being just as big, but but yeah, I mean, so I don't know. It's just do what you do. Just please don't bring the bayonet bus in Xerax space. What does that mean? Shenanigan again? I don't know what you mean by that. God, he used to build really square looking things, right? Super square. Oh God. Lag shot. Oh, I do like this bridge though. One of my favorite bridges. My God. Lag shot. Even on the top. Lag shot. Oh, yeah. I vaguely remember that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm about 80% on retiring that thing. Building something new, man. I tried to build the back in the day I tried to build the tumbler, the Batmobile tumbler. I don't think I even saved that. No. I tried to build the tumbler and I got really frustrated because I couldn't get the angles right back then. So I mean, there's just builds that you try to do and then they just don't work out. So you just keep going, right? If you continue to try to struggle with a build, you're just gonna stop building. You're not gonna want to build anymore because it's just gonna be looming, right? And I've done that too. I've been to where I know I got to get something done, and but I don't want to, and I just avoided building for months. That's happened before, you know, where I haven't really built anything, and I just ended up playing other games and stuff to avoid it. So that's never what I want to do. I always want to keep building stuff. So, you know, you put it off, you build something else, maybe you come back to it. I just never went back to it. That sounds crazy. So you guys get all these good stories, man. Like I only, you know, I don't really get to see as much as you guys do with the other content and stuff. And that's honestly what I'm hoping we can do in this stream as well, is like, especially when the season starts, I wanna do some like highlight reels of like some of their streams and stuff and kind of see like, you know, if viewers can I'll have a channel in the Discord, and basically if you tell me what time something happened in somebody's stream, we can look at it in this stream, and you know, yeah, like stuff like that, especially during the season. I think that'll be really fun to see. Definitely when we do the spec ops stuff with the Civil War, we'll be checking out people doing the missions and stuff, and there's a lot of really cool content coming with season 6. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for joining. This has been another Anvil Let's Talk, and we will catch you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. Me and Jay will be back in the desert doing desert things, building a big wall around our desert base, and mining ore and other extremely exciting things to watch. So, but yeah, season 6, guys, May 12th. Let's go. Get in the Discord, get ready, get your affairs in order, get your builds up. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited. I hope you guys are all excited. Again, big hype to server management, content admin, all of our admins really that have done a lot of work, a lot of testing of the server right now. Yeah, a lot to be excited about season 6, guys. Let's go.